Hey everybody, and welcome along to this week's edition of the Irish Golfer Podcast. Peter Finnan here, and joined by Ronan McNamara.
How are we?
All good now, and you?
All good, all good. Shame Mark couldn't join us today.
Yeah. You get used to a lad, and then he just heads off back home, and that's it. Goes missing again. But he went missing yesterday as well.
He did, yeah. All we ask for is consistency.
That's it. Well, it's something that the Donegal boys didn't have yesterday, is consistency. We just get the digs into him straight away, because I know he's going to be listening to this.
Let's not be subtle about this.
Licking his wounds. Football won yesterday. That was it. That's all that matters. Yeah. Sorry for anyone from Donegal that's listening, but it was tripe they served up. That's it. That's what happens. You reap what you sow. Jimmy's not winning matches.
No, thank God.
And David Clifford is, in fairness to him, we'll get stuck into the golf stuff now, but like, on a golf analogy, he is the Tiger Woods of GAA at this stage.
Oh yeah, what he's doing is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable. And that was a real team performance. I was lucky enough to be in there in Croke Park yesterday. Like, multi-screen going on. We'll get it stuck into where you were and all that. But yeah, so I'm watching Pádraig Harrington win another major on the phone, sitting in Croke Park, watching Kerry win in All-Ireland. The boom is back.
I can't believe you're on your phone during an All-Ireland final. But anyway.
It's Pádraig Harrington. It's the only thing that's going to trump it. Anyway, yeah, we'll get stuck into your week's exploits. We've already got an abuse today anyway from people emailing in, because the daily email came loaded with some other tour stuff that people were giving out about instead of Pádraig Harrington being the lead story, which it was, but that's another day's work, right? Pádraig Harrington winning the Senior Open, becoming only the fifth person
to win the Open and the Senior Open, including Darren Clarke as well. So yeah, brilliant. Like same amount as majors as Scotty Scheffler this season. So it's not that hard. They have to go head to head now in like the next edition of the match to see who's really on top. But no, look, obviously round of 67 to finish, 3-shot win, 16 under, never really looked in any doubt. Held off Justin Leonard and Thomas Bjorn, who shared second place on 13 under. Yeah, like he just in control from day one, really. The 65 on Friday, Saturday really took the tournament away from everybody else. And even though he didn't really feel too comfortable with his game, he managed to get it round. And obviously the eagle on the first was just the perfect start. Similar to Scheffler's birdie on the first on Sunday in Portrush. Once that happened, you're kind of like,
pour petrol over everything. That's it. I'm here to burn this down.
Yeah, kills every chance of a comeback.
I love hearing him talk, so we might as well, before we get stuck in, we'll play his post-round interview for anyone that didn't hear it. It's just like 2.5 minutes of gold from Paddy, and we'll dissect it then.
Pádraig, many congratulations. You've come close to winning this championship in the past, second twice, once in a playoff. What does it mean to you to finally get your hands on that trophy?
Right now I'm just thrilled to have won the tournament, gone out there and played well. I think, that will seep in. I know you were talking about, having won the Open to win the Senior Open, there's only 5 players, is that right? So you want to be in that category. I think they're the sort of things that you realise over the next couple of days, the significance of it. Right now I'm just thrilled, just a bit euphoric about getting it done.
Started the day with a 2-shot lead, built a 4-shot lead, but then Thomas birdied 4 birdies in 6 holes to get you down to 2. What were you thinking as all that was unfolding?
Didn't know he did it. Never look at leaderboards. The only time I saw a leaderboard was on 18. I asked Ronan on 17 what was my lead. Never looked at the leaderboard, was fully focused on what I was doing.
Telling us all week that you've been struggling with your golf swing, you weren't feeling particularly confident in it. How do you explain the fact you've come through this and emerged as the champion when you weren't feeling comfortable?
I think I really had a bad warm-up this morning, like really bad again, and I just think when you go out like that, you're prepared to get the job done. Wherever the ball goes, you're going to hit the shot, you're going to get it. Your expectations go down, and I managed myself very well. I tried to swing the smoothest, slowest I could all day. Just tried to really swing within myself. Just tried to tone it down, and as I said, just get around there. I happened to play quite well, as it turned out, so I just didn't overthink it when I was on the golf course. I hit some beautiful iron shots to start off with. I was it worked very nicely, but I was prepared for a fight, to be honest, and I was surprised I probably played as well as I did, and I had a lot of nice chances all day. I'm sure from the outside it looked very comfortable, but there was at times there was a little bit of turmoil in my own head at times.
As we mentioned, you are just the 5th player to win the Open Championship and the Senior Open. What does that mean to you? Because it's a very historic thing to do. You've joined a great club.
Yeah, as you said, as you get older, you realise, a lot of things is the legacy and what you've done, and you want to win in a great golf course like Sunningdale. You want to do things that stand out, and having won a real Open, coming now winning the Senior Open, it does give some, validation. It's certainly satisfying to do it, to extend your career that way. There's some great names on the trophy. I was watching it coming out last night. I was looking at the board inside that has all the winners, and it's deep sense of satisfaction when you got. I'm kind of on a high of winning, but then there will be that deep sense of satisfaction knowing that you've done both, and especially you come to this stage. There's only a certain window. You can win later on as a senior, but the window is, up to, they sort of say up to about 55, 56. So you want to get it done, and having had a couple of second places, I didn't want to leave it too long. We start coming a problem if you don't win it too soon. So I'm glad I've got mine.
Many, many congratulations. Fantastic playing this week. Well done.
Thank you.
The bit that sticks out for me in that, I was ready for a fight.
Yeah, the bit that sticks out for me is that he didn't know what Thomas Bjorn was doing.
Yeah, I've heard him at that before. He doesn't look at leaderboards. Said he didn't know until he asked Ronan on the 18th. I would question that maybe he might have known a hole or two earlier, because he laid back on 17 when he took 3 wood off the 17th tee, laid back a bit, left himself a bit in. Bit of course management. Like, you'll have to take him at his word for what he's done. But yeah, you can't question his authority and how he's going about it. But yeah, I just love the way he was ready to get down and dirty, get into the trenches, get stuck in to win another major. He knows the importance of this. He knows the importance of Father Time catching up with him as well, and other guys that are 48, 49, coming into their 50s, coming in. And he's just trying to stamp the last bit of his authority on anything he can win. Yeah, phenomenal. He without going into and it's probably a podcast all in itself, and we'll do a podcast with Paddy before the year is out. He said he'll jump on and do a few bits with us, but it has to cement his place. And I know we're broadcasting this to golfers, so I can't see many people disagreeing. But he's Ireland's greatest ever sportsman.
He's Ireland's greatest ever sportsman, and probably one of maybe, I don't know, a handful of sports people, if even, that are just universally liked by everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the likes of Roy Keane, Brian O'Driscoll, other lads. I don't know where I was going with that one. That was a
Damien Duff,
slip of the tongue there.
Keith Andrews.
I know Keith could have his time this year.
Yeah, he will get in the bottom 3, hopefully.
Everyone seems to have their gripe in some shape or form with other sports people from this country, but not Harrington. I think everyone's just universally sucked in and delighted to see Harrington do well in whatever tournament it happens to be. And you're right, it's about time you started reeling off the senior majors. He's 2 now this year, and he knows himself he's got maybe 3 or 4 more years to really start getting to 7 or 8 of these as well before somebody else comes along, as you mentioned.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was nice to see Rory McIlroy showing up as well to watch.
Yeah, he didn't look in the best of shape now.
No, because he's only back from...
He had a few jars the night before, I think.
Where's the green jacket? It's on the yacht! Did you see that video?
Yeah.
It's so good, so good. But Mitchell Tweedy there in the background, the 2 boys just grouping and went away. What was it, Saint-Tropez or somewhere? They were just off on the Raz, enjoying it.
Yeah, but good to see him show up anyway.
It was good to see him enjoying himself as well. I like that side of Rory now, that we're... he really is embracing this stuff at the Open, of getting a bit more out there and enjoying himself and enjoying his life and enjoying the fruits of what he's earned to do, and not being afraid to do stuff like that on camera, So you wouldn't see, not to take away from Scotty Scheffler as a golfer, but you just wouldn't see him drunk out talking about being recorded with his mates like that. It's just not the type. It's not the type of guy he is. But it was really good. But no, it was really nice to see Rory showing a bit of interest. They're like, it's where his new house is close to there in Sunningdale. It's not too far away, so he's obviously down there, doing a bit of gardening or something. And decided to come out to watch Paddy H go and claim another major. But yeah, no, he's up there. Like I would still have, you take Ireland as an island. I'd still have Harrington miles ahead of Rory as an Irish sporting icon, which is a bit of a mad thing to say.
Yeah, but a lot of it has to do with how you carry yourself as well.
Yeah.
And when you factor that in, Harrington is 10 out of 10 in that regard as well. So I'd have him above McIlroy as well.
Yeah, which is mad when, like...
Nowhere near as talented as McIlroy.
Yeah.
And, McIlroy's done something that, no other Irish golfer will ever do and win the Grand Slam. Yeah, maybe. But, Harrington is just above him. I think he's obviously more liked by Irish golf fans as well.
Yeah.
Because even though McIlroy won the Grand Slam, I was still getting texts saying, but he's not really Irish though, is he?
Yeah, which is sad. It is sad. That element of it is sad. Like, and I hate, that's the only drawback to golf on our island, is that sort of tribalism still exists in certain places. And, it is what it is, and it's not for us to get into. And we were reminded of that in Portrush with the marching and stuff like that. But honestly, it was sad. And like, it was sad in a way that made a headline, sort of way. And it's just that time of the year, and
they'll all be in the Aviva though in November watching Ireland in the Autumn International, so don't worry about it.
Oh, the egg throwing?
Yeah,
we won't. Apparently the Lions won a friendly at the weekend as well. Right,
very, very far down the list of priorities.
It is, yeah. Can't believe you even mentioned
the 3M Open was above that.
Yeah, well, the Sellotape Open. We'll get stuck into that in a bit. But no, anything else on the senior? Like Darren Clarke, it was nice to see him the last couple of weeks making a cameo appearance over here as well. I did think he would. We didn't really get stuck into it in our post-Open pod. I thought he would hang up his Open boots, for want of a better way of putting it, and retire from that competition. But he seems to be. Yeah,
he wasn't really
keep going.
Wasn't really having it when I asked him.
Non-committal.
Yeah, non-committal is probably the word. But yeah, he was disappointed to miss the cut in Portrush, and doubly disappointed to finish 51st on what is essentially a home course for him as well, being a Sunningdale member, a former resident there as well. A little bit disappointing that he didn't contend, because he's won the Senior Open before and has had previous high finishes in the championship as well.
It's one thing that strikes me. So you've brought up Darren Clarke now. He won a senior major in Glen Eagles. It lamped down rain. I don't know if you remember that. It was flooded.
Pipped Harrington to the post.
Should they have this on links open road or golf courses?
Yeah.
Or even stuff that's below that you can't fit, like this is Turnberry or somewhere like that, or somewhere Lytham and St. Anne's that they're saying is a bit too short. Even like...
Yeah, because it hasn't gone to Lytham and St. Anne's. The Open, the real Open, as Harrington actually called it, hasn't gone to Lytham and St. Anne's since 2012.
Yeah.
Around that time. Murfield 2013. Like, there's no reason why you can't bring these championships to those courses, including like the Women's Open is the same as well. It doesn't always get played on a links course, which I just find pretty weird.
Or the fact that the RNA have now taken ownership of all of these tournaments. Why they don't have something on like 2 weeks after in Portrush or something like that. Have a bit of a gap and then...
Yeah, like Sunningdale now, it looks class.
No, Sunningdale was unreal.
And I nearly have that as the exception, but going to
Glen Eagles or somewhere.
Glen Eagles, it just doesn't hit the same.
No, it doesn't. And now Sunningdale, I have to say, it looks stunningly. I've played both courses at Sunningdale. It's a spectacular place to be. It's an unbelievable golf facility, just the history of it. But the golf course is equally as breathtaking as the clubhouse and the big tree and the putting green out the front and just the scenery and all that. It's really good. And it just looked spectacularly good on telly as well. Looked really good. But like I would just like to see it on links. I would like to see a bit more weather involved in an Open championship, even if it is a Senior Open.
Yeah, like Glen Eagles doesn't really do it for me next year.
No.
We just won't bother reporting on it.
No, don't think so. Right, that's enough on the seniors. Where do we go next? Where's the next biggest thing in golf? We'll go to the Scottish. We'll do a bit of links.
Yeah, give links its dues.
So the Women's Scottish Open, co-sanctioned LPGA LET event, Lottie Wold, 3-shot win, like wire to wire against such a quality field.
Get used to it.
Like,
as far as I'm concerned, get used to it. You're going to be saying that a lot.
Get her in the team.
Get her in the team.
Get her in the team. Like, she her stats are off the chart, and like, she doesn't seem remotely intimidated by anything. Like, she's paired with Nelly Korda for the first 2 rounds as well. Absolutely wiped the floor with her.
Lapped her,
like wiped the floor with her. And Nelly is like the poster child of women's golf. She only made 3 bogeys all week, and executed so well down the stretch. So good. And I was over and back on text last night with Dermot Byrne. He's got the bag. Taking
He's
over.
He's going to
like,
make bank.
Oh my God. Like, this is the ultimate, like, and he deserves it. He's been through, you know, he like, it was very public with him and Shane falling out and stuff like that at the time. And, you know, he's went back and did some stuff on the LET and the LPGA with Leona and stuff like that. Didn't end in the nicest of ways, very publicly and stuff like that as well. So, no, it's nice to see him, but he's a really good professional caddy. Like, he's one of the best in the world. And, to get a bag like this is, like, hang on.
Yeah, honestly. Just be a yes man for the next 10 years and you're going to make so much money off.
And his experience, like, she'll feed off his experience because he's caddied, or he knows all of the courses. She's like, all these courses are new to Lottie Wold. This is the mad thing about, like, winning these events, like winning in Carton House. She'd never seen it before. Winning this week, never really been there before. Going to the Evian, she had a bit of exposure to that court. But like, a lot of the courses she's going to play between here and in the States over the next year are all new courses to her. And he's been around them all, navigated them all, knows the pitfalls, knows where to go. Like, it's just such a good jockey for that bag. It's so good.
Yeah, it's a massive opportunity for Dermot. I mean, you're getting the hottest player in the world right now, probably. Absolutely. Even though she's only played 1 pro event. Yeah. Like, I haven't seen the odds yet for the AIG Women's Open this week, but you'd imagine she'll be one of the favourites, if not the favourite.
I haven't looked at it either. If she is any more than 2-1, I would be astounded.
She'd be more than that, I'd say.
Like, she's unbackable. I would say she's unbackable. The bookies will be afraid of their shite.
Yeah, true.
Like, why would you? Like, you look at her, like, she should have won the major. She should have won the Evian. She learned her lesson. She won the Irish Open the week before, and she wins this. You're looking up the bookmaker stuff now.
I am. Yeah, I can't find it's not on Paddy Power or Boyle Sports. Get your act together, lads. I know it's Monday. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly. But we probably should have had our homework done on that one. But we're not condoning betting by any way. That's the thing.
But she is the favourite on something I'm after finding here. 7-1 favourite.
7-1.
Yeah.
And how many places do they play?
You're going to remortgage the house.
I'm putting all the kids onto that. That's mad.
Just on odds checker here, so I don't know how it works, but I've just seen 7-1. See, this is where we need Mark. He's the expert here.
Yeah.
Dial him in.
Dial him in. Get her on the team. She's unbelievable. Leona.
Good week again.
Yeah.
Like, led at some stage during the first round, and then just didn't really build on it, in fairness. But still, like, 16th place, 600 par, backs up the 7th place that she had at the Evian Championship. So, like, she's in great form heading into the last major of the year.
That's it. Last major of the year on a links course that she likes. Leona this week, I tell you.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd share your optimism.
I'm not messing now. I'm not messing. I'll have a cut off that one. And new caddy again. This is the bit that I don't get. She's gone through some amount of caddies. Like, she's wobbly on the bag now. They caddied for Woozy back in the 80s. That famous pairing, Wobbly and Woozy. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's like, she can't seem to settle on someone. It's only a matter of time before Lisa just does half of her year caddying for her, I think, by the looks of it. And Lisa's just finished college, qualified as a dentist now, and fair play to her, by the way. really good career pivot and get stuck into that during COVID and come out the far end of it a few weeks ago. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's an important piece of Leona's jigsaw to get that back room right, that caddy on-course relationship right, and yeah, she played some good golf with Dermo on the bag, won some events and stuff like that. But
yeah, won 3 times.
Yeah, like so. There's a lot to be said for having just someone that you can relate to on the bag. Yeah, and I don't know how. Like, I know Woozy or Wobbly is like, he's a really, really top end caddy, really good experience in like the heat of battle and stuff like that. But how relatable is he going to be going down the back straight? Like, you're talking to him about going to Breffni Park at the weekend to see Cavan doing something, and he's just looking at you like you've 2 heads.
Yeah, well, it'd be like he's caddied for more than 40 wins worldwide, won the Masters with Woozy, caddied in Ryder Cups. Like, his experience can't be doubted, but it's definitely something that Leona needs to get tied down by the end of the year at least to, you know, give herself a platform going into next season, because she's had a revival over the last month or 2, and getting that just stability, you know, in the background, as you said, make sure she's a caddy nailed down for the season. Whether it's wobbly or not obviously remains to be seen, but definitely something she needs to sort out sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because she stopped the slide in the world rankings now. She's starting to climb a little bit now.
Yeah, she's on the way back to the top 70.
Yeah, so and that's all you can ask for. Like, she gets back into that top 50 before the end of the year, I'm sure she'd be very happy. And just build again for 26. Like, she's, yeah, all good. That it from the women?
I think so, yeah. Well, Anna Foster is doing the final qualifier at Pyle and Kenfig for the AIG Women's Open, so she's at 68, which leaves her at 2nd place at the moment. So 17 places on offer. You'd imagine 300 will be good enough at this stage, but it'll be interesting to see how she gets on, expectedly if she gets in, because she was dead last in her previous Women's Open appearance, so it'll be a real barometer of her improvement if she can get on well this week. Yeah. I think she will.
No, it's good. Right, next in the pecking order, the South.
Yeah, Jonathan Keane ended.
I don't know what you're laughing at here. Sitting there with your
having a big build up here.
With your Legion 13 hoodie on. I don't know what you're laughing at here.
Nothing. Yeah, Jonathan Keane became the first Lahinch member in 57 years to win the South of Ireland. He beat Caolan Rafferty 1 up. I think he had like a 4-footer for a birdie on the 18th, and the scenes are just...
The celebrations looked
after that were unbelievable. Like, he was so emotional. Kind of, he said it. He was in shock for 5 or 6 seconds. Then it just dawned on him what he'd done. Then all of a sudden, his parents are pretty much on top of him, and then he's getting like a king's chair around the green. A couple of 100 fans there. Obviously, a lot of other sport going on that day, but a really good crowd to have. And yeah, like, it was a long time coming. The last winner was J.D. Smith back in 1968, and like, this is a win that, you know, Keane has had a tough journey over the last 3 or 4 years. Didn't think he'd ever play golf again. Had a herniated disc just from, you know, doing too much gym work during COVID. He went chasing speed, went going after like the Bryson DeChambeau effect in the game.
Happens the best of us.
Happens the best of us.
You're down there now in the K Club chasing speed with Conor O'Rourke.
Yeah, look, it's working. It's working. But yeah, then he just didn't go to surgery, so Jerry O'Sullivan, Conor O'Brien got him on a good kind of diagnosed the problem, got him on a good medical journey. Then he went to Robbie Cannon for his strength and conditioning, so he was back in the gym but working on the right stuff. And yeah, like 7 months ago, he kind of took up the game again, and decent run in the West quarterfinal. Then it all just came to fruition here. Like, he struggled for a long time even after he came back from the injury. So from not thinking that you were ever going to play golf again to, you know, winning pretty much your home event. Like,
and that's his major. Like, this is his
he's
green
a caddy
jacket
there as well.
Yeah.
He caddied for Dan Rapp, my mate, a few weeks ago.
It's unbelievable. I hope Dan Rapp actually...
He did.
Did he pick up on it already?
Yeah.
So he'll get him on a podcast and do whatever. It's a massive win. I love these. Like, you know, like, he's a cut-off JJ Spawn winning the US Open. Like, it means the same to him to win this underdog story, constantly knocking on the door like that, and to come out and win the South. Like, that's his... As Rory would say, that's his Everest.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think just looking at the picture is brilliant.
They're wild scenes, like.
Yeah, never seen anything like that before, really.
No. I haven't seen scenes like that on a golf course since Shane Lowry held the putt in County Louth on the green. Of people like coming in, guards around, stuff like that, like trying to protect him, and like you have 1,000 people on the green. It was that sort of outpouring of emotion of just a home winner, everyone, and he had so much support. I actually, a little bit of me felt sorry for Raf, because Raf is such a nice guy and such a likeable player and a relatable player that he literally just probably had his own family there cheering for him.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did,
like,
literally
that's
did,
it.
yeah.
So, you can't, the performance that Raf put in can't go unnoticed, but he just come up against an immovable object on the day, and the stars aligned, and that's it.
Yeah, just some things are meant to be, as they say. But like Raf, would have been unbelievably gracious in defeat.
Oh, yeah, because he's been there, done that, and he knows how much that means and that trophy means, especially to someone down there. Someone, like you say, that's caddying on the plate. Like, it's so good. It's such a good story. Looking forward to you, because I don't know too much about him, and I haven't, I haven't been following his career as much as you would know bits and bobs about him. So looking forward to doing more stuff over the next month around him, and just, he came from nowhere, very like what James Doran did the year before.
Brian Doran,
Brian Doran, sorry.
Yeah, there's been a few sort of left field winners. Like, he played Dylan Holmes in the quarterfinal of the West, and we all know what Dylan went on to do. And now Keane has done it himself. So, and like David Howard winning the East, there's some new names cropping up, like not sort of like your journeyman amateurs, but lads who've been around for a few years and wouldn't have been maybe destined for the bright lights and international teams and things like that, who are getting their moment in the sun, which is obviously good to see.
And it's making picking lads to give out green jerseys to represent Ireland next year tough. When you see lads coming in like this, winning majors, asking the right questions, stacking up those Bridgestone order merit points along the way as well.
Like, the flip side of it is, a lot of the Irish tournaments clash with other things, and then some of the bigger Irish players just aren't playing in the championships.
Yeah, like Stuart Graham and stuff like that.
Stuart's played a lot of the championships so far this year, and he played St Andrews Trophy with Gavin Tiernan. But I won't name the other some players who haven't played, but players have only played one Irish championship so far this year, and it's not a good look, but it's giving opportunities to other players, and they deserve to get the rewards from that.
Yeah, no, here, I agree, and fair play to the lads actually in the St Andrews Trophy. Good win for them as well. I seen Stuart though come up against Arman in the singles. Did you see that?
No.
Did you not see who beat him in the singles? Mr. Estonia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
To there.
Yeah,
yes.
to there, yeah. Your man.
He's the man.
He done him in the singles. He was like your man going out, was your man before the Ireland match. We'll do him for you today, boys.
No, that's good.
So it was good. It was a good scalp for today to get, yeah.
Yeah, he's had a great summer as well.
Unreal.
I feel like he's one of our own.
Yeah. Oh, he is. We've embraced him. Estonia. It's part of County Longford or something now. We're taking him under the fold.
Just because we spotted him in the wild in Port Rush.
That's it. Himself and Marco Penge. They go down and stuff a legend from our trip to the Open this year. But no, us on the South, it was really, really good. Any other takeaways from the South?
No, just that actually Rafferty's having a fantastic season. He was really, really good in the European teams. And yeah, I think he's a really good bet for the Close or the North this year.
Yeah, how close are any of these lads to Cypress Point? I know you go quiet on that. It's such a massive margin, such a massive ask. The same, obviously, the St Andrews Lynx, the captain of that is also the captain of the Walker Cup team. Yeah, obviously with Stewie there and
Gavin Tiernan there. And their world ranking is, far below maybe 17 or 18 other great British players. But they were picked because the form they've showed this year for, obviously Gavin in the amateur championship, and they both played European teams, so they obviously are on the radar. I struggle to see anybody else outside of that, to be honest. As we've said, as we alluded to there, no one who's winning the Irish championships, you wouldn't really have them as contenders.
Yeah.
Not to take anything away from them, but you just wouldn't. And yeah, like there were concerns from some of the Scottish media over at one of the open media days during the year that we might have 10 English lads on the team. But I think we might have maybe one Irish player on it. But it's definitely slim pickings. Far cry from the famous 5 in 2015 and
that's 10 years ago.
And the
10 years ago next month.
We 4 lads on the last team, and there is a chance we could have 0.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
That's why we said on an earlier podcast we're cheering for the States.
It's another day's work. It's another day's work. Yeah. Well, it's a team of English lads we're cheering for the States. Right. Right now, the stage has been set. We're going to move on to this. Your little Maxi Golf dip in.
Golf.
You went to your first LIV Golf event last week. You're sitting here in front of me with a Legion 13 hoodie on you now. You're gone full kit.
I'm
wanker.
converted.
Full kit wanker.
Full
You're
kit
gone.
wanker.
I'm sitting here like I'm repping the traditions of
there's
the Claret
there's
jug.
a Legion. You told me to get Legion 13 hoodies for everyone in the audience. So get down off your high horse. But actually watching the Happy Gilmore 2 documentary and the Maxi Golf thing comes up and me being at a LIV event, I was like, I'm in the movie. I'm living this. Yeah, look, I enjoyed the week. There's things about LIV and the product that I actually really like, and I can see where they're going with it. Like, they tread a fine line between innovation and just cringe-worthy nonsense, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, the first tee was just...
I laughed when you put the video up of like music blaring and lads go mad and Marshall's there.
Yeah.
Quiet, please.
Yeah,
silence.
and it's like, and the thing about that as well is like LIV's desire to be different. The quiet signs say zip it or shh.
Yeah.
Like, don't say quiet please or no phones or anything like that. It's zip it, and it's all this colourful neon stuff. But yeah, I couldn't get over the Marshall doing that. But no, like LIV, where I enjoyed the driving range with the music, and everybody warms up at the same time. Whereas at a normal tour event, the range can become quite boring after 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You might watch the same guy for 5-10 minutes and then walk away. Lots of stuff going on in the range. The music just kind of blends into it. It kind of builds a suspense. This sort of like this, I don't know how to describe it, this pumped up sort of music that they play. And then once they have to leave for the shotgun start, there's no one on the range for the rest of the day, which is weird. It becomes this eerie silence.
Yeah.
Because when would you ever see at a tour event a range completely empty? It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, I went to the party hole, and that works a treat. They put their own little spin on, what they do at the Waste Management, what they did at the Scottish Open this year. They have them walk through a tunnel. They're announced onto the tee, have a DJ playing music, and I think each player has their own song as well. Like whatever's on the playlist, I think they pick it. And then like the crowd started chanting their names and made up stuff for like DeChambeau and everything, which is
This was a good
really
event.
good.
Like, this was a good event.
There was 40 odd thousand came through the gates, which is obviously very good. And the course lent itself to having sort of amphitheatres around the greens as well, which is good. But the big miss was the first tee.
Yeah.
It was the big miss. And like speaking to Tom afterwards, he said the first tee isn't actually usually like that. Usually it's on a bigger sort of infrastructural size. Just where the first tee is in JCB is quite cut off from the rest of the golf course. And the grandstand was just too small, which meant that the music drowned out whatever clap or cheer. Like Lee Westwood, the home player, you couldn't hear the cheer he was getting.
Yeah.
And then you have this announcer trying to WWE the whole thing and hype it up. It just doesn't need that.
Yeah, it's like the product should speak for itself. It doesn't need and then the fire doesn't need the Hulk Hogan.
The shotgun start, then they have a 10-second countdown. Fireworks are going off. You can't see down the first fairway then. Literally. I don't know why you're laughing.
Really?
Yeah, it's genuinely serious.
Like Black Hawk Down on the boys hitting off the
it's
first.
like being at a League of Ireland game. Can't see it kick off.
Behind the goal and Tolka. No idea what's going on. That's mad. That's mad. But has your opinion changed up now? I've always been very pro LIV.
Yeah, you'd have loved this.
In what way?
Like some of the
woke nonsense you're gonna get into now.
Just some of the, I suppose, the gimmick.
Come on, don't hold back. Yeah,
some of the gimmick.
Yeah,
you love that nonsense.
Yeah. Right. Come on.
Like you'd have been all for the they have 3 television presenters and the mics go all around the golf course. obviously they need to, because there's music on every fairway, every green, every tee box. But they're building up to the shotgun start, and then they have this American guy come on, and you know, like you're at I don't want to say a festival, like you're at an American sports event, maybe American football, where they constantly trying to G up the crowd. They have that guy. You'd love that.
T-shirt guns. They had T-shirt guns at the All-Ireland final yesterday.
Yeah, you'd love that.
I was like,
stuff.
no,
Yeah.
this is a step too
We've
far
lost the
for me.
dressing room.
We've lost it, lads. No.
But,
Stop firing jerseys into the crowd.
So there is all that, and yeah, like if I was,
what would you change if you were going back? If you were to have a magic wand now, what would you change? Like, is your first experience of it? Would you take that like announcer first tee thing away? You tone it down a bit, obviously.
I tone it down a bit.
Yeah.
I just get rid of the Americanisms.
Yeah.
You know, the way they all cringely and big it up and everything. I get rid of that element. The party hole works, but then why are you announcing when they're walking off the green? I don't get that either. If I was a lad going on, you know, a weekend trip with 4 or 5 lads, I'd 100% go. I would. Yeah, it's stag do golf. It's a football atmosphere. Tyrrell Hatton said it himself. It's like a football crowd. All the English are boozed up. And yeah, like it is very stag do.
It's darts.
It is. It's darts golf. And
darts golf.
Some of the shouts that are let off are like, you know, if you're a traditionalist, you're kind of like, what the hell? Like a lot of it, you come away from a headache if you were there for 3 days.
Yeah, okay.
One day, 2 is probably enough. But I can see like where it's coming from.
It has a market. It does have a space.
Market, and that's the market that they show. Like they want you to be drinking. They want you to be loud. They want you to shout. They want you to sing. Now some of the music is pretty great. I was having a good old bop to myself at times. And then they bring on this techno stuff, which I don't really think works. Because I'm not a techno fan. So
no, you're a man in your 20s. You're like Scotty Scheffler. You're a man in your 20s with a 40-year-old head in you.
I actually am.
Yeah, I know you are. I know you are. Yeah, it's interesting. I get what you're saying. Like, I would have loved some of this shit. And I do like watching LIV. I do. Yeah. Like, I've
like the player crowd interaction is quite good. Like, I follow GMAC, and he absolutely hacked his way up the 11th hole, which was the second hole of the day. I remember telling you in the work group, and then he knifes this bunker shot, and you're starting to think in your mind, oh, this just isn't a serious enterprise. Like, and then he's walking around to the crowd, oh, walk of shame, boys, walk of shame, and hits this outrageous chip like up the back of the green, used the slope, and I don't know how it didn't go in. And he goes, that would have been the best 4 of my life. Whereas he wouldn't really get that at a tour event. Like, he's walking in and amongst the crowd to get
and talking to people.
Yeah, which I thought was obviously nice, unless you're Bryson DeChambeau and you just hate it full stop. I don't know if you saw that video. Giving out about some of the shouts, but no, there was that element of it as well. I definitely think it has a market. It's for young people and young people only, I think. Like if you were
and wannabe young people like me.
Yeah. Gimps.
Okay, all right. I'll take that on the chin. I'll take that. No, it was just interesting to hear your take on it after being there all week, because, like, in my view, looking at this, like, before you even went there, and I'm looking at the list of stuff, like, we're so busy over the last 2 weeks of all the golf that we're covering, and you look at LIV, what it's up against this week. It's up against the 3M Open, like it was up against the Sellotape Open, and like there is no competition as to what I am drawn to. It's LIV Golf on a week like that, and that's a perfect week for it to go up against it. But I'd say 90, if not more, % of people listening to this podcast had not got one interaction or touch point with LIV Golf this weekend. I would say a lot of people following our social channels, their first touch point of LIV Golf this year was you putting stories up of what's going on. And I just think that's wrong. I do think that's wrong. That not the people. It needs a platform. We need to be beyond this money nonsense.
Yeah, like just watch it and make your own opinion. Don't 100%. Like it, fine. Like you know as well that I haven't watched any of it. Like I can't. Like you comment a lot about the product in terms of the coverage on TV. So I actually watched a good bit of it in the media centre, and the
graphics
TV
are good.
Very good.
Up is good.
It moves really well. There's no ads, and I like the way they do the
after show party.
The 30-second. I don't bother with that nonsense. No. I love the 30-second like recaps that they do during the rounds. But one thing that has to go is like these cringy fillers where they do like pieces to camera, like the feature stuff that you get on like your Sky Sports. They can't do that. they just don't do it well at all. David Faherty is a disgrace. He's as cringy as anything. And then they're basically like promoting alcoholism at a golf event that is backed by a country that doesn't allow you to drink. I just thought that was the height of irony.
With the parading the Carabao Cup around the place, like.
Yeah, literally one of the segments was promoting like the drinking in the Majestics pub. It was all about, oh, how drunk are you? Genuinely, not even messing.
Yeah,
classic like English fan culture. But like, so my early thoughts on the Friday were the standard here is dreadful.
Yeah,
some of the standard is poor, I have to say. But the Sunday was thrilling. Like Bubba Watson, he's just a man.
Yeah.
Like, he's so good. Like we were talking about Clifford there. He plays golf the way it should be played, all natural, feel, just going for everything. It's completely his own swing. Whereas look like Bryson, maybe like the Michael Murphy of golf, just is so bullish and in your face and does everything wrong. It's not the way to go about the game.
Yeah, but it's effective.
What Bryson does is obviously thrilling, but it's just wrong compared to Bubba, who's like a real aristocrat of the game. Like, just shapes the ball anywhere that he wants. It's so good to watch.
Yeah. We haven't got into, like, the team element of it, lads playing together. Did you follow Legion 13 around last day? Like, obviously, you followed a lot of Tom.
I followed a bit of Tom, yeah. I followed a good bit of Bubba on the last day, actually, I have to admit. But, yeah, the team thing is interesting. Like, it's a weird dynamic. They come into the press conference and they're not really speaking to each other. So I'm kind of wondering, like, he's close at all, but obviously they must be because they've done so well. And the team element, if you're lingering around mid-table and on the individual side of things, it does make a difference having the shotgun start for the team event because you still have something to play for and it's still all happening at the same time.
And there's four
like
teams,
every birdie that the lads were making on Legion and Torque
meant
something.
Yeah.
It wasn't as if you're going out at 10:30 and shooting the score and waiting, because that wouldn't help for the team.
And that's where I think people are a bit overcritical of LIV, that it doesn't matter. And it matters to these guys. You've seen that up close now. You've seen, like, how important when you got onto, like, it doesn't feel that sizable or anything on at the Friday when they're just teeing off and you're looking at this and you're going, Jesus Christ, this is a circus.
Like,
this is a circus. Like, I'm in Fawcett Circus. I'm in a tent.
Yeah,
this is a disaster.
Caleb Surratt, who's been shocking all year, you could tell he was really, really trying.
Yeah, and Tom,
to be fair, everyone was. Like, Tyrrell Hatton was getting as frustrated as anyone.
We need, you know what?
Putts.
It's one thing that, and I even follow him, like, practice round at the Open. I would subscribe if there was a YouTube channel. I would pay just to have Tyrrell Hatton cam at every golf shot he plays from here on out in his career, just for his reactions. Leave the hot mics on. I want to hear what he's saying. I want to hear how he processes shot. I miss guys like Tyrrell Hatton on the main tour.
Yeah. Well, he's coming back.
He is.
He'll be at Wentworth. Don't worry.
Yeah, I know.
Not too long to wait.
It's no, but I do. I miss I miss him. Like, we're gonna get to see him in Europe, but on the PGA tour, I miss seeing him going toe to toe with, like, Scheffler and guys like that, you know?
Yeah, but the PGA Tour would probably have like a mic turned off on him or something.
They do,
well.
yeah. So if you look at the highlights of it, or the coverage of anything now, they cut the second he hits a shot, they show it hit the green, and they just cut away from him. They're like, right, just get this lad off camera quick. Liability, but yeah. So, like, what you're saying to me then is you're happy you went. Would you go again?
I would, yeah. I would, yeah.
What would interest me now is how different, and our next interaction, which I know with LIV, will probably be out in the Middle East, going to, like, the final in Saudi or something like that.
Yeah, but
it would be interesting to see, is that when it's soulless then?
Yeah, I'd imagine it would be. And then you would get, people commenting, oh yeah, classic LIV, no crowds, but, like, there's no crowds at a DP World Tour event in Singapore.
Well, there's no one going to watch Ronaldo play football in Saudi.
Yeah, it's just
like, his last game was 5,000 people. It's just the way it is. It just
doesn't
wrong.
like, sport just doesn't have the audience in the Middle East, and that's just the bottom line.
Because Stone Cold says so.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I don't like.
It's like, because the crowds are smaller as well, it is a good opportunity to get up close and personal with some of the best players in the world as well.
Yeah.
Which, it's a good opportunity. But I would go again if I was a punter, and again, going on the piss.
Would you put it on a golf bucket list of people to go and experience?
Yeah, if it was in a decent location like that golf.
Valderrama or JCB or
No,
one of the European.
I wouldn't go to JCB.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's just in the middle of nowhere. I want to go to somewhere that's just outside the city centre where you can go for the weekend.
Points.
Yeah. That's what they want.
Yeah.
That's what everyone I saw there was doing. Like just drinking.
Turn up locked.
Genuinely, not even messing. They're turning up at 11 o'clock, going I'd say they're having cans on the bus on the way up. Not even messing. Just that type of atmosphere. Like it's a festival. That's what they want it to be.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
And there's a market for that. That's good.
There's a market for it, yeah. Like the festival element, I think if anyone who was there knows that that's what it felt like.
Yeah. All right. No, I'm happy. No, it seems like you had a good experience with it. I'm glad it's... has your opinion changed much on it now then?
Not really.
So will you go and watch this next? Like they've 2 more events left between now and the end of the season. Will you watch them?
Well, no, because I don't have a dodgy box.
Oh, you don't need one. It's free to download the app. Lord God Almighty.
I told GMAC this. I was like, Graham, I don't get to watch it enough because I don't have a dodgy box. And he goes, the dodgy box. And I was like, yeah.
So you caught up with the lads, right? Just we'll draw a line under Maxi Golf now in a second for anyone that were boring on this. I just find this really interesting.
I knew you would. It's like your dream. I lived your dream.
Yeah,
for
you did live you're living my dreams for me. Thanks, Ronan. The Tom McKibben. You sat down and you had a proper catch up with Tom.
I had a few minutes with Tom there on Sunday. Yeah, he thinks he's a better player now than he was before he joined LIV, even though like his consistency over the last 2 years spans across both the DP World Tour and LIV, but he thinks doing it in a field, with John Ram, Joaquin Neiman, Bryson, Koepka, etc., and on what he describes as tougher golf course, he thinks has moulded him into a better player. He's enjoying the team element. He obviously wants to get a win, and not just on LIV. He wants to win when he comes back to the DP World Tour in September, and the Irish Open is going to be his first event back. Like, he really wants to win. He's not too concerned with the world rankings at the moment. Like, 144 is no disaster.
Why would you be concerned?
A couple of good weeks, he'll be back towards that top 100 anyway. You'd like to see a LIV event come to Ireland. I know Doonbeg has long been muted as a venue. He'd be game. He thinks the Irish Open and the Open in Port Royal are examples of why we should have one. Just the crowds that we get, and it'd be some crack if we got a few lads on the Guinness at a LIV event. But no, he's in good form. He's enjoyed the year. Confident where his game is going. No regrets about joining. He said, "Yeah, I'm going to get criticised anyway." But he's actually said, unless you've actually been, you can have your own opinion, but unless you've actually been and seen an event, not really going to take it too seriously. Yeah,
which I totally get. And your opinion has changed a bit on it.
There's things that
things you like about it, and there's things you just think is a bit gimmicky.
Like, I always thought the music played over the commentary was a bit annoying, but it kind of blends into everything. Like, things feel like they're moving a lot quicker, even though rounds are still 5 hours. There's no lull in there's no lull in terms of like what you might feel when McIlroy finishes at 12:30 on a Thursday, and you're waiting until 3:10 to get Larry on the golf course.
You're David Guetta to get you through that.
Yeah. Like Kygo.
A bit of Kygo.
But there's a lot happening, and it just feels like it's flowing a lot quicker.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's good. For anyone that's interested, Kurt Katayama won the 3M Open. There's nothing else really to write home about that.
No.
He goes from 120th in the FedEx Cup standings up to just outside the top 50 with his first sighting since the Bay Hill Invitational that he won 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, generally was.
Literally, that's it. And that's how skewed the official golf world rankings are as well. If you look how much he's jumped now after winning this.
Yeah, well, Joaquin Neiman's won 5
LIV events
out of 11 starts, and he's going to fall outside the top 100 by next week, probably.
Yeah, laughable. It is laughable that they're not recognising this in some way, but it's also laughable that these guys think that they can be taken seriously with some of the things that they do, that they need to earn back a little bit to get. And there's going to be a happy place that they all meet. This is a great segue now. There has to be a happy place that they all meet. And Uncle John Daly in the middle of it with Trump and whoever else they can get to go in. Chubbs is young.
Chubbs is sort this out. Chubbs didn't die for this.
Exactly. Chubbs didn't die he didn't die in vain for all this. So yeah, no, it's 2026 is the year that they'll sort something out on the world rankings and it'll be back. But yeah,
But Joaquin Neiman is not a top 10 player in the world.
he is.
He's not.
You know what you're doing pressing these buttons. Stop. I'm not getting stuck into that. The 100. Look at Data Golf.
He's 19th.
Yeah, but okay.
See?
Yeah. By top 10, you don't mean top 10. You mean figuratively at like one of the best players in the world. There's no difference between like 10th in the world and 19th in the world.
Good, solid top 25 player.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Not top 10.
Yeah, okay. Does Joaquin Neiman move the needle globally in golf? And you're nodding at me already. Stop. I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna answer for both of us. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
In what way does Joaquin Neiman move the needle?
Side bend. Side bend. It's all about the side bend.
No, I just don't agree. He's
Right.
not. Look, he's a nothing player in the majors.
Yeah.
One top 10 in his whole career. Misses last 2 cuts. That's not top 10.
Listen, pressure isn't for everyone.
He's no good unless there's music playing.
Yeah. Well, that's it. They need music at the majors then. Get us
You win
stuck
them
in.
all. You win the Grand Slam.
Hope the PGA of America and the RNA are listening. Yeah, but it is. Listen, we'll draw a line under it. Back onto a serious level before we get stuck into roundup and bits like that. Seamus Power. Another disappointing week for Seamus. He's 1 week to go. He's the Wyndham Clark Open on this week. That unless he wins, he's in trouble.
Yeah, he'll have to go to FedEx Cup Fall to try and keep his car. It just seems like every time he plays, he's dropping. And it's the Sundays that are the problem. Bad Sunday at the John Deere. Bad Sunday at the 3M this week. Yeah,
If you go back to the John Deere, that's only the week before the Open.
yeah.
You look, those guys, like, he was like around 120th. He didn't have a massive thing. He's dropped 10 spots. Like, guys like Chris Gotterup were behind him at that stage. And now Gotterup's, I don't know, is Chris Gotterup top 10 in the world?
No.
In your opinion?
No, he's not.
Get him in the team.
No, he's not.
No?
He's 20th though in the FedEx Cup.
Yeah,
all
I
of a
know.
sudden.
I know. All of a sudden, out of nowhere. And Kirk Kadiyama, he was behind him as well before all this. So, like, yeah, Seamus has just gone a bit stale on things. Be interested to talk to Seamus when this season is done. Hindsight is very easy to look at things, but I don't know, from the outside looking in without going into all the detail, like of his misdiagnosis of an injury and the prolonging of that and being out for a while, he would have been better off with the status that he had a year and a half ago, hitting pause, getting the right treatment, not playing golf at all and coming back with conditional status next year. He would have had a full card if he went that way, and then when he's fully fit, get back to it. I know it's very easy to say in hindsight, but
Yeah, like he's been chasing his tail really for the last 18 months.
yeah, big time. But yeah, it's tough to watch. But yeah, listen, hopefully he comes out and wins the Wyndham Clark Open and takes care of everything.
Get a replica of the Oakmont lockers as a first prize.
Exactly. Big broken door with a vent on it. Kicked in vent. Right, anything else you want to hit in? We'll get stuck into roundup really quick. Loads of little segues.
What you make of Happy Gilmore?
This is one of them. Happy Gilmore. Yes. I was well prepped for Happy Gilmore. I was really looking forward to it. Sat down, watched it, loved it.
Did you?
I don't get the negativity online at all. I don't get, like, there's a lot of what it highlights to me as well, which is interesting, exactly what you said about, I don't know what people expected from this. Like, do golfers of a certain age that are served up PGA Tour, DP World Tour only every week, did they actually think this was going to be a golf movie? Because I think they did. They were expecting, like, I don't know why you wouldn't expect the same one-liners, the same people, the same lineage, the kids.
I love at the end when Shooter McGavin is substituted in and Happy has to like kind of jeer out the Shooters tour.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
It's brilliant.
The flashbacks were really good, I thought.
So good, outrageously good, and the cameos, Eminem. Oh no, listen, we're not gonna have any spoilers on this to what happens, right? We're not gonna ruin Happy Gilmore for you. Get and watch it if you haven't watched it. Watch it. It's on Netflix. It's on dodgy boxes. around the country. But yeah, it's such a good watch. I think it's really good, and I have seen loads of negativity online about it.
Yeah,
We're
Will
not gonna have spoilers.
Zalatoris is the big star.
So good. No, Scotty Scheffler is the big star.
No, it was Will.
No, Scheffler is so good. But yeah, they haven't missed anything that I thought they would miss in bringing this back. They
take off the PGA Tour LIV split very well.
Yeah,
I think
with LIV players involved. In it. That's what
Bryson and Brooks
better.
trying to save golf. I was like, this
so
is just
good.
ridiculous.
It makes it even better. So yeah, from now on we're actually christening LIV Golf the Maxi Golf League.
Yeah,
we're going.
I genuinely felt like I was living it when when it was going on. I was like, I'm here.
Well, to me, it looks like you're living it with your Legion 13 gear on sitting in front of me. So, right, we've had a sighting as well. We're going on about Kurt Kadiyama. We've had a Victor Dubuisson sighting.
Yeah, get him on the team.
Listen, man has experience.
Get him on the team, Luke.
Man has experience.
This is great. Like, he retired, I think last year, year before.
He's been fishing for the last 2 years.
Just was fed up with golf, fed up with being lonely, then decided to take up fishing. But no, he won the Alps Tour in Biarritz. Done out Ronan Millarney out of first place, unfortunately. But as a real kind of class act of the man, didn't accept the first prize check. So first prize went to the person who finished second, and then Ronan Millarney got a fair chunk of...
Really? Did he do that?
Yeah, turned down the, I think, 9.5 grand.
Listen.
Turned it down.
Listen, give him a gold jacket.
Well, he did win 11 million on like the DP World Tour, in
But
fairness.
still...
Yeah, great gesture.
That's a savage gesture.
Really good.
That's really good. No, I didn't know that now. I didn't know that. And I'm like, yeah, I loved
him when he was playing.
The randomness of him, like, the madness of him.
That Accenture match play they used to play on the PGA Tour, which was just so good. And he's getting up and down from flower beds.
Him and Jay Day.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Up and down from a cactus. No, it was good. Long making. I'd like to see him come back. Are we seeing the next reincarnation of Matteo Manassero? No. This lad is not going to try and work his way back up the golf leagues. Like, he has no interest. I don't think.
I hope he does, though.
I think if he's just doing that there because it was in France and that was it. It was just up the road.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd love to see him back.
Alex Levy there spraying him with champagne.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That's deadly. No, long may it continue. All good. Right. Other news then. Tralee to host the Palmer Cup next year.
Yeah, I mean, God, Ireland are getting a lot of big events.
Huge.
What had we? We had the Palmer Cup in Lahinch last year. We have the Walker Cup coming next year. Palmer Cup coming next year. Ryder Cup in Adair Manor 27, and it's all down the southwest of the country as well. Munster golf is booming. And
not a road from Adair down.
No,
we need to get that sorted.
Well, no, it's fitting that the Palmer Cup is going back to Tralee. He designed the golf course there. He's essentially one of their own. Yeah,
eating 99s down there with the cars.
Yeah, playing golf with his shirt off and everything. But no, brilliant. Hopefully we can have a few Irish players on the team. There were no Irish players on it this year, even though the internationals won. So, like in Lahinch, it was a fantastic event, really enjoyable. So I'd expect nothing different this time.
And it's access as well into the Maxi Golf Tour. Anyone that plays in that team, they allow them into the final stage qualifying of the LIV promotions event. And we've had a few Irish lads that have went and taken that route. Like, didn't Max Kennedy do it?
Yeah, Max Kennedy, Alex Maguire, Mark Power have all done it. Yeah. So yeah, good opportunity there. No, but stick to the books as well. It's a college event.
Exactly, it is a college event. Yeah, not to be overlooked. KPMG Women's Irish Open to the K Club. I'm liking the look of this.
Yeah, just they've what KPMG have done well is bringing events to really, really great venues. Like, you got the hotel there as well. You got the hotel in Dromoland. You got Carton House as well. Just really, really striking the right tone there, and very accessible locations as well. They're not like, I would like to see it go to a links course, but I don't think you get the field. Don't think you get the crowd either for an event like this. So I think it's important that they're keeping it, pretty accessible to all areas of the country by going to the K Club.
Yeah. Hopefully the prize fund is looked at for next year as well. I'm sure it will be. There's been a lot of good work done on this. I know you highlighted a few things that some people weren't very happy with, but
God forbid you try help
to grow an event. It's highlighting the fact that Lottie Wode, she would have won 68 grand.
7 grand, yeah, around that.
in the Irish Open. She wins the Scottish Open there the weekend, got 300 grand for it. That's a big difference. Like, literally first place there is only 100 grand off what?
That's the LPGA co-sanction coming in there as well.
Get this co-sanctioned. It's big enough.
That's what I said.
I know.
I was told I was wrong.
Yeah, no, you weren't told you were wrong. You just phrased it a bit incorrectly. But no.
Well, no, like the Women's Irish Open has the potential to be as
Co-sanctioned.
good as the Scottish, 100%.
Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. Anything else on Roundup?
No.
I see some lad in the UK region today, flicking through Twitter there while we're on air. James Freeman, PGA Pro in the UK, shot 59 in the UK region today.
Did he?
It's astronomical.
It's unreal.
The PGA event.
Fair play. Jesus.
Savage.
Yeah. Unreal. Yeah, just as an aside, got the AIG Irish Women's and Girls Close Championship in RD this week. So, like, Anna, if you were at the Women's Irish Open, Anna Dawson, Emma Fleming and Olivia Costa are playing as well.
And David G for D element to that as well.
Yeah, David G for D as well, yeah.
So, that'll be good. Right. Heroes and villains. The stuff you never prep for.
Stuff I never prepped for, no.
So, the Gary Player villains of the week.
All right, who's yours?
I'm just going to take this slip of paper from in front of me, and I would like to publicly call out on Garda Síochána for reference number SO5298319. Yeah, I got that. I was talking last week about this speeding ticket. I got done going up to the last round of the Open. 129 kilometres an hour in a 120 kilometre zone, contrary to Section 47 as inserted by Section 11 of the Road Traffic Act 2004. Of the Road Traffic Act 1961, involving or driving a mechanically propelled vehicle bearing the identification mark blah, 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 KE blah 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 in a public place at Dundalk, County Louth at 7:22 in the morning. I'm going 9 kilometres an hour over the limit on the way up to the Open. I'm sending this to Scotty Scheffler.
Louth have a GAA stadium to be built.
Yeah, no,
you know,
this is,
you've contributed.
Yeah, I'm disgusted at this.
Look, letter of the law and all that. That's what they say whenever there's a controversial VAR decision. Letter of the law.
I'm disgusted at myself. Yeah.
God forbid you go 9 kilometres over the speed limit.
I know. On a motorway with no one else on the road in the morning, plowing pigeons over it. But yeah, unfortunately the guards are getting my villain of the week. I'm gonna have to settle that now. Anyone in AIG Insurance, I need to declare a few penalty points. Right, who are you putting up as your villain? Gary Player villain of the week.
I'm actually going to give it to Bryson.
All right.
He was complaining about some of the shouts that the fans were letting out at LIV UK, just saying, you know, they're telling him to miss it. And I don't know, like, you signed up for this. This is the market that LIV are creating here. You're going to get this. If you don't like it, come back and play in America. If
you want to play golf in the library, go back to the other tour.
Genuinely, yeah. I mean, you're getting paid enough to be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, listen.
You're supposed to be like this new people's champion.
Yeah. No, you can't. You can't be crying over stuff like that. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, well, he's no chance of beating the guards. So, that's it, done.
Giving it to the guards.
We're giving it to the guards. So, the Gary Player villain of the week is, what's the guard, the guy... The Super Nintendo. Drew Harris.
Drew Harris.
Yes. Coming for you, Drew. There's a signed flag in it, Drew, if you can.
Could be my life and golf piece in this.
Yeah, I guess you a signed Scotty Scheffler flag if you can get me sorted, Drew. Right, the hero, Pádraig Harrington Heroes of the Week.
Oh, you probably have to give it to him, don't
Absolutely have to. Seeing as you overlooked him 2 weeks ago because we didn't do a pod that week. Snooze, you lose.
Letter of the law.
Yes. Ireland's greatest sportsman, Pádraig Harrington, wins the Pádraig Harrington Hero of the Week. There's no question about it. That's it. Done. Done, dusted. Line drawn under it. I think that's a wrap for this week. We've babbled on a fair bit.
We have. It was all me talking about Maxi Golf.
Yeah, and Legion 13. Legion 13 forever. Thundercats are go.
Well, Legion 13 until the crest and the branding falls off in the wash.
It is one thing. Anyone that's hung on this long.
This is very Temu.
We have actually bought 4 Legion 13 hoodies. Ronan brought them back from the thing, and the quality of the gear is shocking. It's like something. It's like the jerseys you get for kids off DHgate, and you'd have 2 washes through, and Fly Emirates comes off the Real Madrid jersey, and you're trying to explain to the kids, oh no, just get another one. They're €12. It's fine. It's grand. Telling them it's €12. Them things were 120 quid each.
Yeah.
I'd earn it on better myself. Like, it's shocking.
We did not get value for money here.
No, we got done. Hook, line, and sinker. We got done. Yeah. So you can tell now why Isaac wants out.
Yeah, that's it.
It's just his plastic.
Plastic Adidas gear.
Going to a real club.
He is.
Right. Yeah, cheers for tuning in. We'll be back again next week. Plenty of golf going on. You can keep up to date on irishgolfer.ie. If you are looking for somewhere to play, we have a team event in our Irish Golfer series coming up in Moy Valley. I think there's only 6 or 7 spots left in we have a 4-person team event. It's a full scramble. So really good setup. We're giving away about 10 grand worth of prizes on the day. So that's on this Friday. Visit irishgolfer.ie/events and you can have a look at that. So cheers for tuning in, and we'll chat to you next week. Bye.